Heyo, welcome back to another stream. I'm Arrquil. Today is day 840 of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm I'm just sitting here and let me just show you. I'm just sitting here scrolling through the eShop. I was sitting here scrolling through the eShop and I'm like trying to figure out if the eShop has really just become a platform for pure digital garbage to be released. Instant Sports All-Stars. I mean, Nincat. This one looks alright. I can't tell if this has just become a platform for just digital garbage or just samey shit being released everywhere. Or if I'm just like, if maybe my standards are higher, or maybe I just like don't fucking get modern gaming at all. Like, what the fuck am I looking at here? Forklift Extreme? Railways, I guess that can be unique. I don't understand, man. Modern gaming is kind of disappointing. Like, all this shit can be put up at a snap of a finger, right? But I think the Klonoa remakes are like 2 days away. Also, you got tons of hentai stuff I've noticed on the eShop now, which is, I'm surprised. Nintendo, I thought, was such a family-friendly company, but here we've got women, the breasts bigger than my head. You know, everywhere on this eShop, you got that. If I scroll down a little bit more, you got a hentai puzzle. Stuff like this go up at a snap of a finger, as I was saying. But some like actually games that are people were interested in or excited for, quality games / franchises, take forever to get put up on this coming soon page, or just given a page period. Klonoa, like I said, comes out in 2 days, I think. It doesn't have a page yet. It has one on the Nintendo website, unless it's gotten put up today, because I checked yesterday. The Pac-Man collection that came out like 2 months ago didn't have a page until like a day before it released. But just look at all this, like, this is the coming soon page. This is the stuff that I assume Nintendo's like, yeah, let's advertise this. Maybe this is just what indie gaming is, and it just doesn't appeal to me. I don't know. I can't just help but scroll through here, and there's some good stuff. There's Capcom Arcade Stadium. There's Live Alive, or Live Alive, or whatever, however you pronounce it. I just can't help but scroll through here thinking, what the hell is... What... Is something wrong with me? Look, this thumbnail, Frog Gun, this thumbnail... I would say it looks terrible. No, actually, because it actually does look like it would appeal to people looking for this like style of game. I was gonna say it looks terrible, and then you look at the screenshots and you're like, oh shit, this actually is like, oh shit, this this actually does look pretty damn good. It looks like it's aiming for like a, it's giving me like some PS1 vibes, but it's also for some reason giving me a Nintendo DS vibes graphically. Yeah, like what? Oh yeah, Blossom Tales 2 is coming out. That's a great game if you haven't played it. And I haven't played it, and I'm saying it's a good game. But it's there's a demo for the first one. It's basically a Zelda game, but the writing is really good. And I think that game goes on sale constantly. The first one goes on sale constantly. And I would buy this, but I need to actually play the first one. Yeah, so it looks like it's the same thing. The story of the first one was that the grandfather was reading the two kids. I can't remember if it was a bedtime story or if it was just a story when they were like by the fire at night or something. And the story was about the little girl going on adventures, you know, and save the princess or whatever. It's been like 4 or 5 months since I played the demo. My memory doesn't go back that far, but this shit looks good. Like, I don't see people talking about it, but I guess the first one sold well enough that it warranted a second one. So, good for them, you know. This is the level of quality we should be seeing on the eShop from independent developers and whatever, you know. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? We got these ugly, like, PS2 era looking 3D models. Like, if you can't do fucking good 3D models, just... I don't know. I would say hand draw it. Because you can't really go wrong with hand drawn or pixel art, but I guess hand drawn is harder to do. Today was an interesting day for news, though. Got the Splatoon 3 OLED Switch model got announced, and God of War Ragnarok got a release date announcement along with the collector's edition unboxing. Very interesting. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for Animal Crossing. So yeah, Klonoa's not like on here yet. I wish listed it on the website, which I think whenever that happens, because I did it with House of the Dead. Whenever they finally make an eShop page for it, it'll show up in my wish list here. That has not happened. And this fucking shit just showing up unprovoked. The Mario and Rabbids. God, if there's an update. Okay. All right. So we are here. If you can't read the title, I'll read it for you. I'm not gonna fucking read that title. I'll paraphrase it. By paraphrase it, I mean I'll turn this 5-letter sentence, 5-word sentence into a paragraph. I finally missed a day in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I finally fucking missed a day. Today is 8:40. And let me pull up the note. The last day I played consecutively was June 30th, also known as day 834. July 1st, day 835 was the first day I missed. I made it 834 days of consecutively playing this game. I can't say I've ever done that for another game before. Not that I've ever counted or anything like that. And it wasn't even intentionally that I missed. I knew it was coming. I've been getting practically worked to death at my job. And I've been so exhausted, and I've had all these other things going on, selling the collection, getting rid of stuff, trying to figure out what to get rid of, just organizing, cleaning, and all this shit, and trying to maybe find a CRT with component input, and figure out what I want to do, whether I want to emulate or do flashcards or just be patient or be happy with my life, want more. I've got all these issues going on. So yeah, Em was with me the July 1st, and I was tired. I knew I had to play. I was like, I don't need to sell anything of the Nooklings today. I'll do it. I'll get the Nooklings at 8:30. or at 11 before they close, or after. I'll go. I'll just play after 11. I don't need to get the Nooklings. I didn't get the Nooklings at all. I didn't even boot the game up, so I finally missed a game. When I say I've played consecutively for 834 days, that's in-game days, without time traveling, of course. So in Animal Crossing, the day begins at 5 a.m. and it ends at 5 a.m. So, you know, like, let's say I played at 10 o'clock Monday night. To play Tuesday, I have until 5 a.m. Wednesday morning to play for Tuesday, if that makes sense. So every real life day I have not played, because there have been times where, like I said, I played at 10 p.m. on Monday, didn't play at all on Tuesday, but played at like 1 a.m. on Wednesday, which in Animal Crossing was still Tuesday. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I played every in-game day without time traveling for 834 days straight. That's impressive. Now we've got spoilers on the screen. We haven't done a Animal Crossing update in this game since
Emix Darling has returned to the pack. I watch YoJet.
I watch Yo Jet. Okay, just keep watching my jet. You should have done AO, AYO. AO, watch Yo Jet. Fuck, what was I gonna say? We haven't done an update in this game since like December 31st, January 1st, something like that. So we got a lot of new stuff. Event announcement. Summer fishing tourney. I can register to be a fish offender. Fuck yeah, dude. So yeah, 834 days straight. I did it auto-corrected. Damn, you just gotta you gotta request that refund. You just gotta go in your subscription settings, cancel subscription, request refund, then resubscribe. I feel like I'm peaking a little bit, so hopefully I'm not turning my audio down too much. Fuck. So yeah, I realized what I did. I think July 1st was a Saturday? It was a Friday. So yeah, Friday was... so July 1st I missed. I booted it up July 2nd, was like, shit, did I really miss it, or am I not remembering correctly? I really missed it. So I haven't really touched this file other than logging back on later that night to get my KK song, I guess. Because there's a Nook Miles achievement for going to KK's live concerts on Saturday. And if I can find it, here we go. That was actually my 60th KK that night. So I logged back on for that. Otherwise, this has been pretty much untouched from June 30th, the last day I played. So we'll do an island update. There's actually a lot more that has changed this time around compared to usually how it usually is. We've buried some dead bodies, so we have ghosts roaming the island. As an understatement of what you did Saturday morning? What do you mean understatement? Holy shit. So I haven't touched my mail in like 3 weeks. I guess let's go ahead and get this all cleaned out. I really like those maypoles. And I can show you what those look like real quick because they're nice. I like them. They're these lads right up here. These like grassy, flowery pole things. I like them a lot. So I went ahead and bought a whole bunch of them before they were gone forever. I'm not gonna get distracted. Let's see. I guarantee half of this shit that I'm getting is gonna be sold. I've been trying to get back into buying turnips, but I fucking work like 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays. This is never gonna happen. That's gonna probably be the hardest Nookmall achievement to get, honestly. We're definitely gonna have to hit up the Nooklings. You're sound asleep and got out of bed a couple minutes later and came barreling into the room. That's an exaggeration. I did not come barreling into the room. The cinnamon toast crunch face. Okay, so I didn't come barreling into the room. I just kind of like depressed, like walked into the room, just like slunched over. I was just like, I just rolled out of bed. I looked high as a kite, I bet. I was like, yeah, I fucking missed today, dude. And I'm still a little sad about that. I had a good thing going. I mean, I'm glad it happened because I was exhausted of playing this game. This game felt like a chore for a very long time. Emmy's sending me junk. Wait, what did this say? Complete den set? Is this ever gonna end? Okay, there we go. So yeah, he looked asleep in this, like the saddest puppy I've ever seen. Dude, I was sad that entire day. Okay, so spoiler number one. I was trying for Sprinkle for the longest time to get her to my island, and it finally happened. I don't remember when this was. I know I've been trying to stream this game ever since we did get her, though. I want to say this happened back in, like, April or May? But we finally got her. We actually have 2 new villagers. Shari and Fauna both finally moved out. Well, not finally, but Shari was one of my OG starting villagers. Rodney asks leave. I'm saying no because, okay. Alright, what's my artsy table? Fine. So yeah, we've got new villagers. I've done a bit of rearranging here and there. I don't know what to point out and what not to. Aside from two things in particular. I've actually started experimenting a bit with custom pathing. And decorating villagers... what's the word? Their yards around their house a little bit. Using the custom pathing and such. So Shari used to live right down here, and this is where Sprinkle lives now. So this is kind of like the first example of what I've been doing. So I got like this nice frosty melting into the grass kind of like custom pathing. I've done it with Diana as well, and that's as far as I've gotten. Hamlet's up next. He's got like the park fencing, and I don't really know what to do with the pathing quite yet, but I've been, like I said, I've been screwing around with some of the custom pathing, right? At least I did at the end of May or so, and I just haven't gotten around to doing more. But let's go meet Sprinkle. on stream for the first time. Fuck. I don't want her destroying her nice house with fish and bugs. Okay. Well, she's great. So she's a, she's got the peppy, is that it? Peppy hair? She's got the pop star personality that Rosie also has, but luckily they seem to have, for the most part, different lines. Like the text isn't being reused like crazy, like the sassy. No, smug, like the smug villagers do, which is what Rodney and Marshall are. And I was sad about getting rid of Shari because she was one of my starters, and I did like her. It's just, I don't know. Felt like it was time for her to go, and I'm glad because we got Peppy. Oh, Peppy hair from, yeah. Slip-on sandals. She's trying to make me look like a hippie. But your fashion godmother. She's great, and I'm glad. I sound like an asshole saying this. I'm glad Shari's gone so I could get Sprinkle. It's the same color as her fur. Penguins have fur, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is nice. I talked to her like every day for like the first month I had her. What did she just say? I talked to her like every day for the first month, and then like one day I talked to her again consecutively without missing a day, and she was like, yeah, I want to leave this island. I'm like, I've been so fucking nice to you. What? Why? Did she say a fucking... that she's a virus? A soon-to-be singer, songwriter, producer, multi... whatever that is. Need to get my brand out there. Casually spread rumors about me? It's fab rumors. Viral marketing is totally a thing that folks... Fuck. Maybe still use in 22? She's a total virus? Did they... did they make that line in one of the updates? Alright. Whatever. But yeah, fucking Diana, you know, she's high class and everything like that. So I thought the purple, fabulous, you know, roses around the edges, bricks, kind of fit well. I hate how they kind of square off around the house. They don't blend in well, if that makes sense. But I think it fits with what Diana's got going on. And now this is all villagers are ever going to say to me because I'm not going to play this game daily anymore. Mostly, I think. Some have little tiny feathers or feathers for decoration at the top of their heads. I thought their entire... well, feathers, yeah. I thought their entire body was fur, though. Looking it up. Do penguins have knees is the first thing that comes up. They don't have furs, they have feathers just like every... 70 feathers per square inch covering their entire body. So those are feathers. Oh, man. Oh, man. Look at this chunky boy. Look at him. He's so, it's blurry as shit, but he's so chunk. Wow. Wow, look at him. Shit, dude. He is a chunk. Alright, so we're not going to worry too much about the daily routine. Since I'm not playing daily anymore, I don't really care. I'll get my my fossils. It's 10:33, so let's go ahead and get some stuff boxed. Oh god, how could I forget this? Another big thing happened. Beginning of June. We finished up the museum. Might as well take a look at that now. The museum is completely done. We have all the bugs, fish, fossils, art, diving creatures, all that good stuff. So our Critterpedia is completely done. Right, I did play this game during the 25-hour stream. It has not been since January 1st. It's been like since March. And building that pond really was very useful. And even though it's been like a month since I've had everything, it still kind of throws me off that when I open up this menu for Blathers, the top option is assess fossils, because they take away the donate option, which I think is if they left it would have been a good opportunity for some funny text, like, how can you, I'm sorry, but you really want to donate? What can you donate? Like, our museum's full, man. So we'll just go with the fossils first. This is the first thing that's been finished. This has been finished for like a year and a half or something. Rosie. Aw. Yeah, the late ordinance. Yeah. The Nook Longs. Yeah, they're open for another 30 minutes. I've already shown this off, but this is what the fossil this is what the part of the museum looks like. But yeah, played for like 2 years and like 3 months consecutively. Where do I have to stand to make the camera pan out here? It's on like the circle, right? Yes. Oh, I never noticed the moon and the meteor up there. That's kind of fucked. This man's just looking up and he's like, the fuck is that? What was my life? Yeah, small boy? Jeremiah? I'm playing God of War. Oh, you mean you're playing Dad of War? I still think that's what they should have called it. It's like, hey, we're making a reboot of the God of War franchise, but we're calling it Dad of War so that you know it's not a reboot to the timeline. It's like a sequel. It's a reboot sequel. I didn't know it zoomed in. I always just kind of ran past. They have the Metro Impact. M's our comedy relief for the night. Yeah, man. Just look at that Metro Impact. Fuck, dude. That's the blue circles. Are there blue circles anywhere else that I haven't? Oh, here we go. So yeah, like the blue circles are just these like subtle cues of on the ground of like, hey, stand here and we'll do a cool camera pan for you. Something I didn't really know about until like 8 or 9 months ago when I accidentally did it in the art museum. Yeah, this is by far the easiest museum to get. Just play for a day or play consecutively for a couple months. You'll probably get and make sure you get all the fossils. You'll probably get everything. Pretty easy. So, yeah, so second up for us to finish was the bugs. Bugs are second easiest. I mean, not really that hard. There's nothing like crazy rare. Some bugs are a little tricky, like the golden stag and stuff like that. They'll fly away really easily, and they only show up on the beech trees. Then you got a dragonfly or two that's stupid fast, but for the most part, you got your stump beetles, your butterflies, your beetles that hang around out on trees, and I think the tricky one for me that I actually overlooked and may not have realized it until I didn't realize it at all until I looked it up, which was the cicadas, because they all look the same, they all sound the same, and you might not realize that the shell is something that you can donate. I didn't know about it until right now, really. I thought I sent you a video of that motherfucker just fly away and disappear. Yeah, I thought I sent you a video of me discovering that there's a special spot in the museum that you can stand, and the camera will pan out. Interesting. The mole cricket is probably another one of the tricky ones, because you can hear them like all the time, but you have to go dig up holes until it actually appears. Other ones that are tricky could be the ant and the fly, I think, because they only show up on rotten food. I didn't know that until I looked it up, and that's when I was like, all right, I'm just gonna leave some spoiled turnips out or something like that. I don't remember what exactly I did. I don't remember if I left out a apple for a week or something like that. I really don't. Or maybe I just left a garbage can out. Was that it? Just leaving out some garbage that you can fish up? If you did, I completely forgot, which is not surprising. Fair enough. I got the mole cricket by accident. Which is funny, because I feel like at one point I was trying to explain to you how you get a mole cricket, and you weren't understanding. I think this was back in the New Leaf days. But man, I said this like during the 2.0 update or whatever last year in November. I really love this game. I think I like it more than New Leaf. But I'm really liking it even more now that I can just play it whenever I want, you know. I really wanted to keep that streak going, but it was really wearing on me. You know. So now I can just boot it up whenever the fuck, like I did back in the day with New Leaf, and just enjoy. Maybe I can finally get around to playing the 2.0 update more, because I haven't played it since the last time we streamed it. It was like early December or something like that. So I've sinned. Finally get around to maybe redecorating my house like I've been wanting to as well. And it's funny because I remember my birthday, July 22nd in 2020. Em and I were streaming, and I was like, I don't know why, Em, I feel like I'm going to lose my streak here soon. And here we are, nearly 2 years later. I felt the same way during the holiday season of 2020 and all throughout 2021, and at the beginning of 2022, most of 2022, I was just like, I don't know how I haven't missed, but at this point, I don't think I'm ever going to miss it. And then shit goes crazy at work and I'm exhausted and running on fumes day in and day out, and I knew I was gonna miss it. I knew for certain the past like 3 weeks, past 3 to 4 weeks, I knew for certain I had this feeling that I was gonna miss it. You know, I knew I was just gonna be so fucking exhausted. I was gonna come home one night without showering, just get straight in bed and fall asleep as soon as I open the door, as soon as I come in the door from work. And that's not what happened, but exhaustion did play a role in it. Let's check out the art because I want to spend a good chunk of time with the aquarium. Give me 1 second. I told you about the ants. Ants come to rotten turnips. Fruit doesn't rot in this game, but flies. Right. Yeah, how did fruit rot in New Leaf? Because I know it was New Leaf. Or did fruit not rot? Was it that you... It had something to do with the perfect fruit, I think. Like the perfect fruit would rot over time, or whenever a perfect fruit tree sprouted, you would get 2 good ones and a rotten one. I don't remember how that goes. It's interesting thinking back on New Leaf, because New Leaf had some different mechanics. It's just kind of like foreign to me now. Like only having like 1 rock that you could actually hit a day. And now in New Horizons, you can hit all the rocks every day, because now you can actually get ore and clay and stones and stuff. You only have 1 rock a day in New Leaf, and it was the money rock. And I think if you had bad luck, you didn't get that rock at all. Because bad luck played a bigger role in New Leaf. You could actually like trip and fall and stuff like that. You know? The tree went bad, like if you didn't cut it down fast enough, or if you didn't harvest the fruit fast enough. New Leaf, I didn't hear it as well. I didn't realize I had already donated a mole cricket until we talked about it early with this game. Oh. So yeah, in the Fossil Museum, it's a little more obvious because you'll have blue squares you can stand on. In this museum, it's not as obvious. You see this, darker set of tiles that are forming a square here? Well, if you stand inside the square, this is what I accidentally discovered, and it blew my fucking mind. I accidentally discovered this like late last year. After so long, the perfect fruit trees will rot themselves, and you'll have to harvest bad fruit. Yeah. Wasn't the thing, though, if even if you did get your perfect fruit tree as soon as it harvested, or as soon as it was like in full bloom or whatever, the tree would what was it? The tree would still lose all its leaves the first time, or did it lose all its leaves after like 3 or 4 harvests and it would give you a bad one? I don't remember that. I do remember I had like a full like orchard of perfect fruit trees. I really do like the aquarium, but I think this actually might be my favorite museum area. Like M is the, you know, marine wildlife lover. Out of bugs, fish, and fossils, actually, no, that's not true. That's not true. I was gonna say, out of if I had to choose one of the 4 museum areas to be like my favorite in real life, if I were to pursue one of these 4 things as a career or as a hobby, I would say it'd be art history. But man, fossils are actually so fucking cool. It would probably be fossils. But I still think I like this more. Like, I'm not an artist. My favorite thing in art class, though, in high school, was always art history. Like half of the year was like learning how to draw and learning the different styles and stuff like that and painting. The other half was art history, and I hated the drawing half because I was terrible at it. But I always, you know, pushed through it so that we could get to the art history. There's nothing about learning. There's nothing quite like learning how a man ate some paint and died. that gets your your blood pumping. You know, you get you excited. Anytime I lost a perfect fruit tree, I replaced it. But yeah, it was after so many growths. You weren't even a dinosaur kid? I mean, I kind of was. I remember making a diorama with like one of those shoebox dioramas for a class in like third grade or fourth. I think it was fourth grade. I remember making a shoebox diorama with little like Dollar Tree dinosaur things. But fishies. I really hope if we get a Switch 2, I really hope it has a HDR option. Because this museum would look like it already looks really good, but this museum would look crazy good in HDR. And it doesn't look like there's any like ground cues of where to stand to have a zoom in happen. Like there's no blue spots on the floor or anything like that. So yeah, the fish and the art are definitely the two hardest parts of we gotta see the Nooklings soon because I'm gonna run out of time. But the fish and the art are definitely the coolest parts. Sorry, the hardest parts of completing your museum. It wasn't so bad for me because Emmy just was one point was just like, here, I see you're missing these 4 things, have them. And after she sent those 4 things, I was like, well, I guess I'm only missing one thing. Emmy was like, oh, I have that one too. I'm like, yeah, I want to get the last thing legitimately. After like a month and a half, I was like, just fucking send it to me. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of Red's bitch ass. I don't want to ever see this motherfucker again. So she did, and it was done like that. The fish is the hardest one. If unless you don't have friends to get art from, then the art is probably the hardest one. But the fish is definitely the most rewarding one for me, just because I really do enjoy the fishing in Animal Crossing. In other games more so than, or in New Leaf more so than this one, just because fishing rods breaking are fun. I guess you do make it up. I guess they do make up for it with the significantly larger inventory than in New Leaf. You can carry a lot more fish before you run out of space. And you could store fish in New Leaf, but your storage was also severely limited. So if you're like me and you had your inventory full of clothes and so yeah, if you're like me and your inventory was constantly full of clothes and fucking furniture, you couldn't really put it in there if you were out at like midnight and retail or the Nooklings weren't open. Which you didn't want to sell to the Nooklings back in New Leaf. Selling to the Nooklings was a bad idea because they gave you significantly less money than retail. And you couldn't just like display the fish on the ground until morning came where you could pick them back up because they wouldn't turn into fish in a tank. So there was no way to display fish back in New Leaf, if memory serves. I don't think that's a thing. That was a thing. Any way to make this zoom out so I can see it better? I'm guessing July 3rd is when the update for Pascal and the diving dropped. Man, we should go see Pascal tonight. It's actually been kind of a while for me. I actually have not noticed that before. I'm not gonna lie. Art is so hard to finish on your own. I had a pet shark in New Leaf? Oh, so they did turn into tanks. Like fish tanks. Like, that kind of tank, you know? I feel like I kind of rushed through that because I have 5 minutes to sell my shit. I think we spent a good amount of time on it. So that is the completed museum with Brewster, who we'll come back and see. I feel like we should get to see everybody tonight, or at least try to. Because this is really going to be like the final update of Animal Crossing New Horizons for the channel. Oh, my inventory is full. There's no point in running around here. This is really going to be the final update with some exceptions. I think we'll only be playing this about 2 times a year at max now. I think it's just going to be our thing. If it makes sense. It's going to be our thing to end the year off every year with Animal Crossing, doing the New Year's Eve and the New Year's Day celebration while taking a look back. I think that's just going to be our thing now. Not as much stuff to sell as I thought. So yeah, there's like 1 time a year guaranteed. Maybe I'll do Animal Crossing streams on my birthday, since it's kind of like right in the middle of the year and we do get that little update of like what's going on with the island. Maybe not this year, because if I do anything for my birthday, it's gonna be like Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Even that I'm not certain on. But like guaranteed. You know, it's gonna be our kind of way of ending off the years with this game. Human skin is too thick to feel the sting from moon jellies. That's a shame. I really do enjoy peeing on my jellyfish stings. So yeah, this kind of is the final update of the game, which is fine, you know? We've experienced a lot of stuff in this game that can be offered, you know? A lot of stuff that, yeah, a lot of stuff that is in this game. We've experienced it on stream. I've showed it off in one way or another. The hardest part now is not playing for like a week or two and then coming back and being like, all right, in what way is my island fucked up right now? Because obviously I've not missed a whole lot of time yet. I've missed a couple days so far. So I have no idea if you just don't play for a month, if you come back to like hundreds of weeds, well, not hundreds, that's an exaggeration, to dozens and dozens of weeds, like you would in New Leaf. Like, I haven't played New Leaf since January 2020. If I came back now, there would probably be actually hundreds of weeds. It's really cool. That's why I got to pet them at the aquarium. You have to be gentle and not touch the underside. Have you ever seen me with our cats, dude? I love rubbing their belly when they're just kind of walking around. I am an underside kind of guy. So yeah, over the 2 years and some odd months, accumulated about 350,000 Nook miles. Probably would be about 700,000 if I didn't spend a whole bunch on Nook miles tickets. Probably actually be close to 1 million if I didn't spend anything at all for like anything ever aside from the first house payment. That's not bad considering the daily Nook mile stuff is something I never aimed for. Yeah, these weeds do actually kind of grow in kind of fast when you miss time. Their stomachs are actually exposed. That's kind of metal. I just need to go. I think I just need to go clean out my inventory. Not really gonna worry too much about the money trees now that I think the money trees I do have, I'm just gonna leave planted for decoration. Or I guess I could harvest them, because that's 30,000 bells a pop. So I could just pop 1,000 bell trees in each spot, so that I'm only missing out on 3,000 bells a tree, if that makes sense. That's what I did with the money tree by my house, so that I'm not really missing out on a major amount of money. And while we're here, I guess we'll take a look at the house. The house hasn't changed much, or really at all, I don't think. I'm, like I said, I'm waiting to get a good way into the DLC where I have some upgrades unlocked. Before I start reorganizing my house, because that's going to be a big thing. You could literally just plant one bell. Oh, I thought it had to be at least 1,000 for you to get bell bags in return. So yeah, main room here. I knew it. I knew if I stood in place while having a menu up for 1 second, it was gonna happen. Well, hey, good to meet. Good to see my grumpy villager for one last time for a little while. I'm still trying to get his picture, his photo. I'm sad I didn't get Shari's before she left. I was really trying, but yeah, this is kind of the room where everything's just kind of random. It's just kind of a chill room. Favorite music on, and I can't actually look around. Maybe I can with the camera? Kinda can. This is kind of where I went crazy during the new update back in November, and I just put all the gyroids that I got in this room as I acquired them. And once I ran out of room, there's Brewster's photo. Once I ran out of room after getting over here, I just started putting them in my storage. There's some out on a beach side on the northeast part of my island, but yeah. It's where I also keep my villager photos. This is gonna go over a massive renovation. I really want to give the photos a nice spot, because that's like one of my favorite things to collect in this game. I got an apple. Buki, what the fuck are you wearing? He's wearing like pajama tops with a train captain hat? Is that what that is? I guess I don't look all that much better. I've got these bright blue flip-flops on with torn jeans and a sleeveless parka with a guitar case strapped to my back. My chin looks like a hairy camel vagina. Oops. Yeah, this really is the miscellaneous room. No space, or no theme, just kind of like a bunch of random stuff I liked, stuff I threw down I had ideas for, like this table, but never followed through with it. The back room is kind of the accomplishment room. I think this is going to be the one that doesn't really change a whole lot during the renovation. It's kind of the bedroom with a lot of one-time items for achievements, I guess you can say, in this game, like the Happy Home Academy trophies here, the fishing and bug tourney trophies, Happy Home Academy stuff on the wall there. Actually finally look around a little better now. The museum posters at the top there for you that you get from Blathers for actually like filling out your Critterpedia and donating all the fossils and pieces of art. Shows every bug, every fossil, every fish, art piece, etc. Poster of Sprinkle. The Happy Home Academy, like, oops. Oh, I can't zoom in this way. The Happy Home Academy crew back there. All the, what is it, the museum month? Whatever it's called, where you go around to the... I don't fucking remember. You can get these plaques from Blathers for going, like, stamp podiums throughout the museum in, like, the month of May or something like that. I don't remember what it's called. I didn't participate in this year because I just didn't need to. And then some stuff like Mom's sewing machine and Rover's briefcase. Like, literally just a bunch of special one-time items. And then some other things to make this feel a bit roomy, like this. And then Brewster's gyroid there. I kind of stopped putting a lot of one-time items in here pretty early on just because, like, there's a lot of one-time items. Your mom sends you a lot of stuff, and Nintendo sends you stuff, and Gulliver and Gullivar, and, you know. So there's a lot of stuff in the inventory. My inventory is almost full, so just gives you an idea. Over on the east wing, we've got another room I kind of went crazy with during the update back in November, because they added all the they added that you could cook. And they, you know, kitchen items that you can actually interact with to cook and stuff like that. So this was a very quickly and hastily made kitchen. I actually made this on stream, I think. And I've not been in here in a while, so somehow my house is not burnt down yet. I can't even cook anything if I tried. I have a single apple. Still getting, I gotta hand this game. It's got a lot of content. It's got a lot of stuff. I'm still getting brand new, DIY recipes, like this purple hyacinth wreath. And I'm sure there's a lot of food I'm still missing because that's so new. And you can go to each of your villagers' houses, or at least the ones that are home every day, and one of them is guaranteed to either be crafting or cooking, and you can get a free recipe from them once per day. West wing of the house, we got the poop room This was something I kind of started and never really finished as well. I don't know why. I don't think designing your house, the interior of it in this game, is as fun as it was in New Leaf. And I've got reasons for that. Two of them. One is actually a compliment to the game, and that is, I think you have so many options that it's kind of overwhelming. But on the flip side, I also feel like it's kind of hard to find unique items because it feels like the Nooklings only present you 3 to 5 items a day, and 6 if there's a seasonal. And it feels like they just kind of sell some of the same stuff over and over again. I mean, you do get the Nook store, like in the app, the Nook shopping store, whatever. But that's also some very samey stuff. And the second reason is they just don't have furniture sets in this game the way they do in the New Leaf. They don't have the Regal set or the sleek set or the minimalist set or the modern set. They had all these furniture sets of shit that matched. If you were like me and you liked having a nice room, you didn't really have to try. You just had to collect a set. And I actually really liked that rather than mismatching random furniture and you're just kind of like tossing stuff down and like, oh, I wonder if this works. I wonder if this looks good. No, not really. You know, I liked that a lot. I liked having a room full of the modern set, which was literally just black and white furniture. We go downstairs. We probably got my favorite room in the household. This is probably the one room that's not going to change at all whenever I do the huge renovation. We got the music room, the nightclub. Let me turn the lights on a little better so you can see here. Got some floor lights, some ceiling lights, some wall lights, all the lights. Piano, nice stereo system, metronome, chalkboard, vinyl. All the guitars I could find and craft into different colors. You know, electric, acoustic, you know, Gibson style, Fender style. Actually, yeah, that's all they have. They don't have any like metal looking like BC Rich or Ibanez guitars, or not even any like Gibson Flying V's. You know, drum set, microphone, these flamers or whatever they're called, guitar pedal boards, and every musician's idol in the Animal Crossing world, KK Slider, because he is the only big popular musician in the Animal Crossing world. Of course, of course. So this is just meant to feel like a night concert, or a concert kind of setting. If I could hang shit up outside, I would totally like hang these lights on the side of a cliff or something like that and have this outside. Have some kind of stage, that'd be dope, but maybe in the next game we'll get more freedom to do stuff like that. Crafting furniture is a big thing. Yeah, I know, but you can't like let's look. What furniture sets do we have that we can craft? It's gonna start me all the way down here. It's pretty boring is what I'm getting at. That's a spoiler, but we got like, all right, here's some wooden furniture. Sure, you can customize this stuff to have colors, but it's still wooden furniture, you know? You got log set. Like, this stuff feels like it would be good for outdoors, and it is. Natural square table, natural garden chair, natural set. Miscellaneous stuff here. Eventually we'll get down to the iron set. Oh, we get the stone set. Kind of. Just a stone stool and a stone table. Yeah, the iron garden set, which is just 3 things. Iron stuff. Ironwood. So ironwood's probably the nicest, but it's still like... Yeah, that's as nice as it kind of gets without getting into the seasonal stuff. And by seasonal, I mean holiday. Got like fruit stuff. It's not even enough for like a full set, I don't think. Cardboard stuff. I I guess kind of enough for a full cardboard set. You have a nice and this is cool, like Celeste stuff. You can have a full like astronomy set, you know? And that actually might be what I go for in one of my rooms, because Celeste's stuff is kind of fucking dope. And I don't even think I have all of her stuff quite yet. You got a bamboo set, which is really good for outdoors. I've put a lot of this stuff out in one of my outdoor areas that we haven't gone through yet today. Some cherry blossom stuff. Shell stuff, which, you know what? Mermaid set's pretty dope. We gotta see Pascal again before I forget. I keep forgetting that. Get your fall kind of set. I feel like there's the Mush set in New Leaf was a lot more cool. Was cooler because you could have like a Mush TV and stuff like that, and it didn't look as realistic. It was more stylized. You get your Halloween stuff, your Thanksgiving, your winter and Christmas stuff. That's all cool. Lots of flower stuff. Easter. And then cooking stuff. So I anytime you say crafting furniture, I have to argue it's not the same. It's not even remotely the same. Like that's not an argument. I'm sorry. Upstairs, this room probably won't be touched too much. I'll probably rearrange it a little bit. This is the game room. I don't know why this TV is off every time I come up here, even though I turn it on every time, but PC gaming, and you got some arcade machines, pinball, Nintendo Switch, dartboard, CRT with tons of cables all in the way. That's what retro gaming's all about, man. Tons of cables. Nice jukebox with some vinyls. Like this is the fucking game room right here. And actually a lot of updating can be done to this with some new furniture items that I have. A lot of stuff that was put into that one villager's house in Happy Home Designer. So yeah, that's the house. Hopefully by the end of the year when we do that New Year's Eve stream, it'll be drastically different. I just got like fucking... Can we talk about how weird that was earlier? Some guy just randomly came in and was like, hey, do you have a volleyball I could buy? Like, I feel like I was quiet for a couple of minutes because I was trying to wrap my head around what the fuck I just read. I can't tell if that was a bot or someone that was genuinely stupid. But I was just like, yeah, I just gotta ignore this. I just gotta try to get my head back on track. Did anyone else think that was weird? Alan, did you think that was weird? Or is it just me? One thing I will not miss from playing daily is whoa. Oh, these guys fucked, dude. I feel like I had shit here though. Oh, I had the flower planter that I moved to Diana's area. To her yard. I'll definitely rearrange this a little bit, make a nice garden of crops. A farm field. But yeah, what I won't miss from playing every day is how the fucking tools, mainly the shovels, break all the fucking time. Let's go see Marshall. And we're actually coming up on the, I'm not sure if it was a bot, but I thought if anything it was someone looking to buy a volleyball in New Horizons. Oh, that might be what they were talking about. I'm an ass. Was that it? I'm scrolling up. I've been cheating everywhere, but I thought they meant a real volleyball. I'm just like, what? Did you know that no one can hear me scream from my basement? Okay, yeah, so confirmed. Arrquil is an asshole. I'm actually okay with this. So yeah, this coin right here is the OG coin that used to be in front of my house. I accidentally picked it up one day, and Marshall was like, "Hey, you have a coin? Let me buy it off you." So he did, and I bought a new coin, and yeah, this is the OG coin. I'm ashamed they didn't do more Nintendo stuff in this game. The fortune cookies were so fucking cool in New Leaf. But yeah, I'm definitely sad they didn't do more of that. They had opportunities like the Kirby anniversary and such. And better yet, they have a great opportunity now, because I think this is what, the 30th anniversary? This year is the 30th anniversary of F-Zero? They have an opportunity, man. New F-Zero game built inside of Animal Crossing? That wouldn't fucking work. That wouldn't fucking work. This game runs at 30 FPS at best. F-Zero would run at like 2 FPS running inside this game. I don't know why this game stutters as much as it does. I get that there's high quality like shit everywhere, but I mean, I guess I answered my own question. But it would have been cool if they could have at least had the game locked to 30. They may have not been a native English speaker, but ooh, good point. Emmy keeps bringing up even more good points of why Arrquil may be a total dickhead. I instantly thought, okay, this guy is just trying to fucking waste my time. Not gonna acknowledge him. And Kabuki gets around. Yeah. Aside from Sprinkle and Diana's house, nothing too drastic has been changed. I may have added some things like these glowing moss, like here and there, or the May poles, the Mayday poles, whatever. May have rearranged some fencing or some pathways or something like that. That's a weird place to sit. I like to say "What's up" to them in the museum. What's up? Yeah, Rodney is one of the villagers I cannot get rid of. I think as of our current villager... What am I doing? As of our current, like, villager roster, Rodney, Sprinkle, I want to say Diana, maybe Rosie, probably Zucker, and Kabuki. I think those are the villagers I absolutely will not be able to let go of. Like, at all. That's a hefty chunk. For certain, I think I can say Kabuki, Rodney, and Sprinkle. I think those are the three for certain that I will not be able to let go of. Speaking of villagers, how about we go meet our new one? Ew, who are you? Get out of here. So as previously mentioned, Fauna left. I was excited about Fauna coming in, but Diana's my favorite deer, and Fauna is a normie. Has a normie personality. I can't remember what the actual phrase is, but I call it normie. And M's probably gonna correct me, so that's fine. But yeah. Ooh, I lost my train of thought. So Fauna is a normie villager, and she pretty much just said the same stuff as Aurora. And Aurora, as cool as she is personality-wise, she doesn't really say anything ever super cool or interesting. So I want to say when Fauna was in boxes ready to move out, we had a camper. Normal, yeah. We had a camper. I don't think I actually went island hopping for this villager. We had a camper. I was like, oh, I liked her. She was actually one of the villagers we designed the house of in Happy Home Academy. It's Deirdre. And I haven't talked to her a whole lot. And it's actually funny because this only happened maybe a week or two after we got Sprinkle. So we were down a sisterly villager. We had all the other types of villagers, personality-wise, but sisterly. Deirdre is a sisterly villager as well. And, you know, I was excited for her to come, but, like, now I'm just like, I've barely talked to you. Your house is really freaking cool, but I don't care for you as much as I thought initially. But here's Deirdre. She cooking. She cooking Zucca. It's gonna be fucked up if this thing contains squid. Just gotta scroll back to the top, don't mind me. They should have just had a move to the top button or something. Oh, it's flower and orange pumpkin. Grease, yeah. What? Talking about the movie? Just go hunting for dust piles. So yeah, really nice house. I think it's better than whatever I made her house look like in Happy Home Academy. And yeah, she's neat. It's just I never see her walking around, and I don't go out of my way to go into villagers' houses unless it's Sprinkle. That's the new villager. So we haven't seen Hamlet. And Aurora. So let's see Aurora. I don't think Hamlet was home. I feel like I saw him wandering around. I just didn't talk to him. Oh, we haven't seen Zucker yet either. That first sip was such a thrill. Then I let my root beer spill. Mom's spaghetti. That line came to me when I tipped my root beer over by accident. What? Alright, you know what? It's funny that's the first thing she says to us right after I got done saying. She doesn't really ever say anything interesting. Sisterly villagers aren't one of my top 3 favorite personalities, but they have recipes that only that personality can give you. They're so There's so sisterly villagers I like. Oh, there's some sisterly villagers I like because they're cool. Those glasses look adorable on her. Yeah. I also love her house. It goes really well with this music. I'd probably end up keeping her long term just because she's a penguin. But yeah, I feel like having a sisterly villager and a jock villager was the right choice as starting villagers for this game. I feel like having a sisterly and a smug, or a normal and a smug, wouldn't have been as good. I feel like the sisterly and jock was the right choice. It really did help pull the player into feeling connected to these villagers right off the bat. We're gonna see Rosie again just for shits and giggles. Wait, what is that? I forgot I gave... Did I give that to her? I think I gave that. I gave that to her for her birthday. I haven't seen this yet. Food is about 15 hours old. Okay. Yeah. This is one of the Animal Crossing Cross Sanrio, like, amiibo card furniture things you can get. I gave it to her for her birthday, like, last month or 2 months ago. I forgot to come back and see if she'd put it up. Also, I'm pretty sure I gave her this bread. She's lying about it being 15 hours old, but that's okay. Rosie's pretty... Sorry. Rosie's pretty great, so we'll keep loving her anyway. And yeah, I think we're pretty much coming to the end of it. We do got to see Hamlet, Zucker. We'll go see Pascal. It's from the Little Twin Stars. I don't know what that is. Is that the... Hold on, we can just check right here. That's like the... Is that the... It's the Kiki and Lala Cloud Maker. I should give her the sofa. I'll be sure to give her the sofa at some point. Actually, I'll order it right now and I'll give it to her next time I play. I'll probably just rummage through my mail in like a month and I'll be like, why the fuck did I order this again? Am I stupid? That's probably how that will go. So maybe I'll see 2 of them in my inventory next year and be like, oh yeah, I should give this to her. I have 2 of these for some reason. It's a great birthday present. It also looks like I can get more than 4 of the daily fossils if I miss a day. I have 5 for some reason. I think I had already dug up 1 or 2 of them that I had Blathers assess. And, sold. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the entire island end to end. I don't think we really missed anything. We got a whole freaking choir of gyroids up here. This is where gyroids started to go after I filled up that main room in my house. So they started going there, and then once I ran out of room there, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna have to start putting these in my inventory. And eventually I'm gonna start selling them out of my inventory because it's a lot. Yeah, no big changes. You may have noticed up here, I actually trimmed back this river or pond a little bit because I wanted to put this Mayday pole or this maypole, whatever it's called. I'm gonna put that there. Is Zucker asleep? He's still out and about. I just keep missing him. Yeah, otherwise, that's the gist of the island. We, because I got all the fish, I now have golden fishing rods, which, is more bronze with a golden bobber. I think I adjusted this area back here a little bit, and instead of the fencing that used to be here, I had just put the new shrubs there. Which the new shrubs that were added in the 2.0 update, I like them a lot, and I'm even more happy that they go into bloom at the same time as my favorite bush, which is the hydrangeas. So, and Rosie gets around, dude. Like, we saw her in the museum, and then by the time we got over on this side of the island, she was in her house, and now she's here. Have you been able to get the Nook Miles for crafting all the gold then? No. There's Hamlet. I need to be sure to talk to him. I think I'm missing one, which is the axe. Yeah, it's the axe. And I think I looked it up. The axe is like you gotta cut down a certain amount of trees, I think. Which I was like, okay, so I'll get it eventually. But now I'm like, oh, that could be problematic, because if I'm not gonna play daily, and I'm not gonna worry about the money trees anymore, I'm not gonna be cutting down one tree a day. So, yeah, I think I'll have to go out of my way. Cut down trees. Not exactly. Yeah, I know I looked it up. I guess I don't remember. Hey, Dimples, nice cock. Gives off a real throbby vibe, Curtis. Man, I'm gonna be sad if we don't find Zucker. Unless he somehow, like, switched spots with Rosie and is now in the museum. We didn't really look around up here. Nothing really has changed up here. This is still, like, my Thanksgiving area from Thanksgiving 2020. I still would like to get all my rocks in one place, but I haven't figured that out yet. I just kind of, once this one appeared here, I was just like, fuck it. We'll just leave that one there for a while until I figure out what I want to do. Wedding area hasn't really changed. I did add this wedding fencing, which looks better. It's crazy how this island has evolved, though, and I was sad the streak is over, but it's for the best. Oh, right, you gotta break a certain number of axes. That's what it was. It wasn't chop down trees. But my mindset was still the same. It was like, oh, well, I'm gonna be cutting down trees once a day. Axes are gonna break naturally. And it will happen eventually as long as I keep my streak up. But 100 if I'm correct. Craft a bunch of flimsy axes and just chop at trees. Alright. My goal is still to 100% all these Nook Miles tasks, which is going to be hard for some of them, like deep diving for like 5,000 fish, I think will be the end goal there, and catching 5,000 bugs. Catching 5,000 fish shouldn't be too hard because fishing is fun. Some I'm going to have to go out of my way for, like planting trees. As you can see, I planted 5 trees on August 5th, 2020. And since then, I've only planted 1 more tree. This one's going to be probably the hardest. Got to catch 100 fish in a row without letting one go away. And now I got to 78 before really looking at this one and reading it. And now that I know that it's something you have to do, my nerves are the worst when I'm on a streak. Even if I'm on a streak of like 10, my nerves are the absolute worst, and I end up hitting the cast or the reel in button sooner than I should. Gotta post something. All I gotta do is post something on the bulletin board. Pen pal is gonna take a while because I only send letters out to Emmy. I don't write letters to villagers like I did in New Leaf. And then there's some blank ones here and there that I don't know what I have to do. So like I said, I'd like to 100% it, but I'm not gonna go crazy over it. 40 more weeks of KK. Even if I do see him every Saturday, it's gonna be like beginning of next year. Probably be like spring of next year before I get that. Go out with Captain, do some stretching. Fishing tourney? That's probably the one in August. No. That's probably like September or October. I've missed that 2 years in a row now. So it's probably around the holiday season. It's gotta be. Fuck that goal. There's another one. I don't know what that is. And yeah. I wish the active island resident kept counting up. I really like... So like when I was playing consecutively, I'm like, man, I'm on autopilot every day that I play this for like 15 minutes, and I have to like think really hard the next day to see if I played the day before, because I'm doubting myself so hard. And I'm like, I probably have missed a day by now. But when I finally actually did miss a day on July 1st, I was like, oh yeah, no, there's no way I missed a day before, because I instantly woke up like 11 a.m. or whatever and realized immediately, oh fuck, literally the first thought in my mind was, oh fuck, I missed a day yesterday. I think I woke up, I was like, I'm gonna enjoy my day off, just gotta play Animal Crossing, that's the only requirement I gotta do. And then I'm like, oh fuck, I missed a day yesterday. There was no segue between thoughts. It was just, oh, I gotta play? Fuck, I missed it. Like, there wasn't even any moment of questioning it. I knew it. So there's no doubt in my mind that the 834 days was consecutive. I missed the fall one. Yeah. So maybe Zucker will appear or something. Before I forget, I should go put some of this money away. So in the 834 days of consecutiveness, let's see what these guys have to say. What kind of sports he plays. Le coolsies. I'll come to your next match or whatever and cheer you on. Oh man, we got the jock and the pop star are gonna fucking start dating, dude. This is such a low tier couple. Been practicing cheerleading as part of my pop star training. Dude, I called it. Thanks, champ. Been practicing breakdancing, and I thought I was being ironic. Doing an old thing nobody does anymore. But it's still a thing and it's cool. So I got more serious and invented a move. It's this. Wabam. Yep. Straight power couple right there. So yeah, in the 384 consecutive days or whatever. Sorry, 834. Did I say 384? Got some numbers switched. I did manage to save about 50 million bells. I think the goal is going to be about 1 million or 100 million. So we're about halfway there. And it's going to significantly slow down now. But yeah, I mean, I don't really see myself stopping playing this game for a significantly long period of time. Maybe I'll go like once a week and play it every now and then, but I do think I will keep playing this game every now and then until the new Animal Crossing comes out. Maybe taking a small like 6-month break before that game comes out. Just to give myself some time to not not go immediately from playing this game a whole lot to straight into the new one. Snack buddy. Yeah, I guess we're running an errand. No, we're gonna go wake Marshall up. Just ignored the fact that I'm wearing a wetsuit right now. A new one isn't imminent anyway, yeah. I still wish they'd do some content updates for this. Like adding more furniture. Or, like I said before, giving us 1 or 2 more villager slots. Bringing back, like, violets and, bananas and stuff like that. Oh my god. Marshall's looking like Chun-Li, dude. Marshall's thick. Over a spice cake. A tank. Oh. Dude, I'm thinking about fucking war machines a whole lot today. I was like, holy shit, I can put a tank inside my house? Like, I mean, you can't blame me for thinking that. There's a freaking car right here. Put me down. So let's go ahead and, since we know Flick is right there, right off the beaten path of a Zucker, let's go ahead and grab... Oh shit, I got a lot of fish I gotta sell. Oh, I don't even have any bugs to give to Flick. Oh, yes I do. They're at the top here. I have 3 bugs. I don't even know if it's worth it to listen to his yammering. I really hope in the next Animal Crossing game, like, it becomes a part of the lore that Flick fucking dies, and Nat is just I don't care to finish that thought. Just give us Nat back. I really hate this guy. His text bubble is cool. The black on red for his name. But I just hate his personality. I just hate his personality so much. Hey, yo. Quit your fucking fishing, you fish. All everybody's gonna do is talk to the fishing tourney. I might as well participate. I've been wanting to fish for a while, but yeah, I'll see if I can make it. But this Saturday I'm gonna be doing the third and final part of the 4-year Twitch streaming anniversary stream. Was that repetitive? I think it was. But yeah, it's this is not something I'm going to be doing in the future, these multi-part anniversary streams. I really do like getting it all out of the way on the actual anniversary day. But shit's just kind of hectic this year. And I maybe exerted myself. I may have spread myself too thin by giving both giving both you and Ozzy 3 game choices. Maybe in the future we'll just do 1 and just devote longer periods of time to those games instead of just spending an hour or 2. I don't know. Lots of people love flicks. I doubt you'll get that. I don't know. You never know. Maybe maybe the game devs hate Flick. Like, I can't believe we have created this abomination. Oh, hey, a pearl. I forget you can just find those. I see a shadow of a balloon on the water. That really threw me off for a second there. I'm like, is that a fish? One of my biggest disappointments with the Animal Crossing franchise, specifically New Leaf, is in New Leaf, you know, you become mayor in New Leaf. You get to the town and everybody greets you as you're getting off the train at the very beginning of the game, and everybody's like, "Welcome, mayor." And you're like, "I'm not." You try to tell them like, "I'm not the fucking mayor." And they're just like, well, oh well, our mayor didn't show up. You have to deal with it. And you get a mysterious letter at the beginning of the game. That's like, yeah, I was supposed to be there to become mayor, but it didn't work out for me after all, or whatever. So have fun being a mayor. Maybe you'll find out who I am someday. And you never find out who that guy is, as far as I know. Like, I played the shit out of the game. I feel like I would have triggered whatever event for that. And I mean, it's got to be Rover, right? Because Rover was the only other person on that train. But still, the only reason I thought of that was because of the balloon. Because every now and then when I see a balloon, I remember back to Chucka Conroy's New Leaf Let's Play. He's like, the first time he sees a balloon, he's explaining it. It's like, somebody is sending these into the village with presents. Maybe we'll find out who that is someday. Or not. And, you know, like, fucking 14-year-old me watching that Let's Play for the first time was like, oh man, I'm really curious to see who it is, who this cool new animal NPC is going to be that's sending these balloons into the village for no reason, other than to be nice, other than to be the Santa Claus of the game. And you never find out. They're just kind of like, they just kind of, they're born into the earth, I guess, or something like that. Wonder if we're gonna find Pascal. Splish Splash, I was taking him back. You don't have to do my third. I want to do your third pick. I think your third pick's gonna be fun. I was just saying I think I spread myself a little thin because I do want to do the anniversary streams all in one go. I'm not regretting giving you guys 3 picks. I mean, I don't regret the games you guys have chose. You guys have chosen some really good games. Ironically, the Scooby-Doo game has probably been the most fun one so far. And Ozzy showed me how to have more love for Crash Bash. Crash Tag Team Racing was fun. I think your pick will be good, and I have faith that Ozzy's pick will, his last pick will be really good as well. I was just saying, I kind of wish, I think in the future I'll only give you guys 1 pick, or I'll do something else to make it a bit more special. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe those special cookies that I was talking about last stream, where, you know, the naming is based off of like special brownies. You know, they're seemingly harmless on the outside, but there's illegal goods on the inside. You know, and it's a metaphor for streaming emulated games. You know, so on the outside it looks like I'm streaming a video game. They're perfectly harmless, kind of. But on the inside, I've illegally downloaded a copy of the game. So maybe we can just have those special cookies where you guys just choose whatever the hell you want, and I'll emulate whatever the hell for special events, like the anniversary streams, and any other special events, or maybe whenever I bloody feel like it. But if I do it whenever I bloody feel like it, then it kind of loses its specialness. That's kind of being like reserved for the anniversary streams. Does that make sense? I don't know. Oh god, that house scared me. That was a house jump scare. That's a rare thing. Very... Oh, is that a fucking rainbow stag? It is. And I can't drop any of this shit. Weed is more legal than illegal, but it's still funny. Well, yeah. Every time I think of special brownies, I think back to that 70s show. You know, in the 70s when that shit was legal. Or illegal. I'm not gonna be able to get this because of the angling, am I? Ah. Cool. Flick be like, I'll give you $3.50 for it. Unless I accidentally sell it here at the Dropbox. Cool. Damn, we've almost been playing for 2 hours. See, if I was still burnt out on this game, like, from consecutively playing, we would not have been playing for this long. This would have been like a 45-minute stream. So the break, even if it was a couple days, is much needed. It also helps that I wasn't, like, restricting myself to doing the daily routine and such. Because, like, usually by the end of the daily routine, after, like, 10 minutes, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with this game. Because I'm doing the bland stuff first, you know? Hey, you. Shut up. Season 2, episode 1. Wow, memorized the episodes. I'm impressed. You remind me of like those nerds that'd be like, yeah, it was like reminds me of that time in chapter 3, paragraph 4, speech bubble 9 of volume 152 of Superman, when Superman ejaculated and shot lasers out of his penis and destroyed a building because penis lasers can destroy buildings. You know, it always reminds me of those like people who are big on comic books and can remember what happened in what issue or volume or whatever of a comic book. I mean, I can do that with Attack on Titan to some extent, at least with like the first 2 seasons. To some extent. I still remember to this day that anytime I recommend Attack on Titan to someone, I'm like, yeah, just watch like the first 7 episodes. Or no, watch the first 3 episodes. And if you're interested after that, at least try to go to the 7th one. Because, I guess spoilers for season 1 of Attack on Titan. The reason I say that is because episode 3 ends with the Colossal Titan showing up for the 2nd time. Unless I'm remembering that wrong. Unless I'm remembering my episodes wrong. And episode 7 is... Or is it episode 4 where the Colossal Titan shows up again? I'm going to say episode 7 is where it ends with Eren dying, quote unquote. I think I'm remembering those episodes wrong, actually. That doesn't sound right. Was the Battle of Trost really? No, Eren died pretty early on in the Battle of Trost. Because his Titan was running around. Was it... I think maybe I say episode 7 because Eren is actually revealed to still be alive at the end of that. Because Eren in Titan form had more screen time than Eren himself during that battle. Have you even met anyone like that? I haven't met many people, period. So I'm gonna say no. You can do that with a lot of video game content too. Release dates, facts, and tidbits. I mean, facts and tidbits are different. I don't really remember release dates all that well unless it was within the past like 5 years. That's just because I lived through them as an adult. But release dates, otherwise than like the past 5 years, aren't really in my memory all that well. Like, I remember 1998, the year I was born, was rich with gaming masterpieces. But aside from games like Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Ocarina of Time, Garo Mark of the Wolves, and James Bond 007, I don't remember what else was there. Like, I do remember scrolling through shit that released in 1998. I was like, damn, the year I was born was thick with video game masterpieces, dude. Released for retro... Well, years, I guess. I can, but even then, usually when I'm like, oh yeah, Ninja Gaiden came out in 1988. Even right now, I can say I don't know if that's right, but it's in the ballpark within a year or 2. It's either like it came out in 89 or it came out in 87. I can't remember. And I think Gaiden 2 came out in 1990. Or 91. Or maybe Gaiden 3. See like, even this right here, like, I just can't... I can't remember. It's different because it's not the same format, comic books versus video games with stuff, but a nerd is a nerd. That's racist. Are you judging me by the color of my skin? Now I'm trying to remember really hard what was in 1998. I might as well look it up while I try to find the scallop. We'll go to the Wikipedia. 1998 in video games. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I read the first 2 games, and, I read the first 2 games on the Wikipedia. I'm like, oh, fuck. God, this is a big year. So let's see. Yeah, so we have Ocarina of Time, Tekken 3, Sonic Adventure, Resident Evil 2, Metal Gear Solid, Virtual Fighter 3 TB, Crash Bandicoot 3, Street Fighters Alpha 3, Half-Life 1, StarCraft, Panzer Dragoon Saga, Banjo-Kazooie, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX, Xenogears, Wario Land 2, F-Zero X, what is this? Okay, well, I feel like it skipped over a lot of shit. Because I did not see Castlevania Symphony of the Night in here. Here, we got a different article up here, or a different Wikipedia page. Battle Tanks came out in 1998. Oh, Blazing Star came out in 1998. Brave Fencer Musashi. I guess I was remembering Castlevania Symphony of the Night wrong. No, it was 1997. That's weird. I thought I could have sworn that was 1998. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, that's still a fucking hefty year in gaming, dude. Also, I'm gonna keep going until my inventory is full again, but if we don't find this scallop, I guess we just won't see Pascal. And it is after midnight now, and I gotta be up at 7:30, and I haven't showered yet or anything, dude. I'm gonna have like 4 to 5 hours of sleep. So, it's gonna be interesting tomorrow. Yay! There we go. It's my boy. It reminds me of a certain coworker that I haven't seen in like 6 months. But it's still my coworker because he apparently still works there. Since you were cool, I left you something you'll dig. While I'm at it, let me lay some truth on you. The deep kind. Just like your mother's pussy. Feel this. You don't always get to do what you love, but you can always learn to love what you do. Yeah, I got truthed, man. It's actually pretty good advice for how my life is going right now. I mean, shit I already knew, but... So I'm back. Hi. You didn't really miss anything. I was just going over a lot of masterpieces and good games that were released in 1998. I'm sure a lot of this stuff I can get good money for if I just waited until they were open to sell, but I think it only takes 10% off, so it's fine. All right. So I think that's it. I think we've seen everybody. Yeah. I don't think we're really missing anything. We didn't. I mean, obviously, we didn't see some of the NPCs like Tom Nook, Isabel, Captain, anyone at Harv's Island, stuff like that. But like, not really much to miss there. They haven't really changed since we last saw them. Whew. So that. It's gonna be a stream. It's gonna be our last time just kind of jumping into this game. Just because we can on a stream and checking out things and seeing what's different and all that good stuff. It's been a fun ride since we started streaming at like fucking April 5th, 2020 or something, like 2 weeks after the game came out. So I'm glad I did this to see how the island has changed and how the game as a whole has changed. I really like all the updates and stuff they did. Even if they are done, man, they did a really good job turning this fun game into a pretty outstanding game that I didn't think this game was gonna be something that I would like more than New Leaf. And one day, if they're ever like a capture card for 3DS, if they ever get the technology where they can just have a plug and play capture card without you having to mod your 3DS, I will stream Animal Crossing New Leaf. I'm not going to touch that game until that day comes. And if that day never comes, well, I guess I'm never touching that game again, because it's going to be devastating opening that game up again after 2.5 years now, because like I said, I haven't played it since like January 2020. Sprinkle's probably gone in that file. So if I'm going to be devastated, I might as well fucking live stream it. I refuse. I mean, yeah, that's the smart thing to do. And so yeah, this is pretty much the end of streaming this game, aside from New Year's Eve. It's bittersweet, but I missed a day. I did it to my own self. But on the bright side, this does open up opportunity of other things. And by other things, I mean something that I've talked about occasionally on stream for at least 3 years now, which is playing through all of the Animal Crossing games and spending at least 1.5 years on. So I guess what I'm saying is maybe by the end of the year, we'll start off the GameCube Animal Crossing game. That game is like $100 right now. It's fucking ridiculous. But maybe we'll do that. I think I said about 15 months per game, and I wanted to do all of them. So it's going to be tricky after the first one, because the second Animal Crossing game for the US, I believe, is the DS one. and not the Wii one. I think it goes DS, then Wii, then 3DS. So, and unless that capture card becomes a thing, that's just like a plug and play one, like the Nintendo execs have, or not the execs, but the people, the treehouse, the Nintendo treehouse back in the day. They just had a capture card that plugged right into the charging port and capture it to a monitor or whatever for them to show on a live stream. There's no technology like that has been found. You have to get a modded 3DS. And maybe I'll just get a modded 3DS, I don't know. I would like the option to be able to stream my portable games. Or my digital games. I mean, even if I got a modded 3DS, I guess I could transfer all that shit over. I don't know. That's something for James in like 3 years to start looking at. But I have hope. I do have hope. But yeah, who knows? I'm not guaranteeing Animal Crossing GameCube will be started by the end of the year. But I'm just saying, now that this is no longer something that I'm pushing myself through to do daily like a chore, it opens up a new door. Closing a door and opening up a new one. It's bittersweet. It's definitely bittersweet. Definitely bittersweet. A lot has changed since this game came out. Like, in real life, like, holy shit. Holy shit. A lot has changed. I was such a different person back then. Knew so little. And I know so little now, but I've learned a lot of shit. Like, technologically speaking. And just speaking about life in general. It's wild. I think the pandemic really forced me and a lot of people to grow, adapt, roll the punches, maybe even grow up a little bit. And not only that, but pandemic really warped my sense of time. I don't know about other people, but 2 years have really flown by fast. Like, it feels like I was just doing the Kirby Marathon a couple months ago. The Kirby Marathon was like March 2020. Like early March 2020, or I think it started in February and went into March. So like just a month before the pandemic really began over here. Wild. It's wild, it's wild, it's wild. All right, so I'll be back Saturday. For sure, Saturday with the final part of the 4-year anniversary stream. I'm gonna say this out loud. I'm not guaranteeing anything. If I come home from work Friday and I have energy, maybe we'll do some dancing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm no guarantees. I'm just kind of throwing that out there. I might dance a little bit. That's yeah, just gonna dance. Maybe, you know. We'll see what happens. Have a good night and peace. Bye. Oh yeah.